The Kettleers met the Chatham Anglers at Lowell Park for the second game of their 2019 season, and after a possible delay due to rain earlier in the day, the game proceeded on schedule with Cotuit getting off to a hot start in the first inning. Cameron Hill started off the game with a single into right, and then two successive walks set up an opportunity for a sac fly from Casey Schmidt that drove in Hill from third. A follow-up single from Araj Anu brought Nick Gonzalez around to score and gave the Kettleers a 2-0 lead after one. The Kettleers kept the hot bats going in the bottom of the second after Cam Hill stole second and then third on two consecutive pitches. Nick Gonzalez brought the crowd to its feet with his first and the team's first home run of the season, which gave the Kettleers a commanding 4-0 lead through two.
He watches it go over the wall, and that one sailed out of here. Nick Gonzalez sounded like a broken bat, and that ball just kept carrying out to right field. I don't think anyone expected that one, myself included, to sail out of here, but it does. So now that'll make it 4-0 on a two-strike, two-out, two-run shot off the bat of Nick Gonzalez.
However, the Anglers wouldn't go down without a fight. After a double by Drenis Ozuna in the third got runners in scoring position, a long sac fly would drive in the first of Chatham's 2 runs in the inning. Both teams' bats would remain dormant until the top of the seventh, when Ozuna would smack yet another double to get runners in scoring position. Caden Polkovich would take advantage, ripping a double of his own into the right center gap to score both runners.
Down for extra bases. Here comes Dones. Ozuna in to score as well. And we're tied at 4 here in the 7th. A big 2-run double by Caden Polkovich.
Jamal O'Gwyn would continue the streak of doubles, smacking the Anglers' third of the inning to drive in the leading run.
O'Gwyn curving into second base, and the Anglers lead for the first time here at Lowell Park this afternoon. RBI double by Jamal O'Gwyn the second, 5-4 to Chatham with 2 outs here in the 7th inning.
And after a pitching change brought Beck Way to the mound for the Kettleers in a bases-loaded jam, he would give up a walk to let the Anglers' 6th run cross the plate.
Fernandez goes down to first. Chatham moves the carousel around. Runner comes home to score at third in O'Gwyn, and now it is a 2-run deficit for the Kettleers. 6-4 in favor of the Anglers in this never-ending 7th.
In the bottom of the 7th, Austin Vernon took the hill for the Anglers, and despite clocking some heat on the radar gun, his hair would also catch the broadcaster's notice as he frequently flung his hat off with his pitching motion. But the Kettleers were determined to overcome the heat and hair of Vernon, and a double steal in the bottom of the 7th got runners into scoring position for Casey Schmidt, who would smack a single into left to tie the game for Cotuit.
6-4, 2 outs in the 3-2. Whipped into left field, and it's down for a base hit. Schmidt comes up large. Here comes Gonzalez. Throw cut off, and we're tied at 6. Casey Schmidt with a 2-run single to score Hill and Gonzalez. And it's a level ball game in the bottom of the 7th.
However, Schmidt's triumph would be paralleled by a disappointing inning on the mound in the 8th, in which he walked in what would become the winning run for the Anglers.
Although Cam Williams ended the inning with a stellar double play that would get the audience on its feet as the light receded over Lowell Park.
An incredible double play by Cam Williams, the defensive replacement. Fielded that on his back foot, threw it almost Derek Jeter style on a hop to first base, and gets Casey Schmidt and the Kettleers out of the inning. Limits the damage to 1 run, 7-6.
And it would in fact be that receding light that forced the game to finish after only 8 innings, a decision Coach Roberts was very vocal about with the umpires after the game concluded. Here's what Coach Roberts, Casey Schmidt, and Nick Gonzalez had to say after the game.
All right, Coach, cycled through a couple different pitchers today, a couple of shorter outings, a couple with longer outings. How did you think the pitching staff did as a whole today?
No, we struggled. We struggled big time. Good start, and then Nahhouse was good behind it, but after that we really struggled. So all you got to do is look at the number of walks, and that'll answer your question.
Okay. Yeah. Got a couple big hits from Schmidt and Gonzalez in the game. How did you think they played overall?
Well, again, I look for polish in every aspect of the game, and I'm appreciative of the effort. I certainly like the clutch offense, but if you want to look at everything coming together, we shouldn't have been in a situation where we needed clutch hits because we were up and should have been able to hold that lead. But it's early in the year, and a lot of guys need to get their feet wet, and today was kind of looking at our second day bullpen, and so hopefully we've got to improve on our second day bullpen.
I saw you post game talking to the umps.
Well, I was just asking. Last night we had the same scenario, and we played later.
Yep.
Tonight we don't play the ninth inning. I don't know. I just kind of ask them what's the criteria here, and last night the criteria was totally different than tonight. So I don't know. Probably shouldn't talk to them at all. I'm not worried about it. So.
All right, Casey Schmidt, you delivered a huge 2-run single in the bottom half of the seventh to tie the game. What was running through your head in that clutch situation?
Just trying to compete and hit something to get the runners in. They were there for me to drive in, so I just try to get them in any way I could.
You were a pitching and hitting guy at San Diego State this past season. You showed that off today. Is that tough for you, or is that just kind of natural to go from the lineup to the pitching mound?
Now it's kind of natural. At first it was a little tough, but now I think I've kind of gotten used to it, I guess.
All right. And what are you looking for in the next game for your team?
To bounce back after this loss, come back and win.
Great. Thank you, sir.
All right, so this is Nick Gonzalez, played second base today, right?
Yes.
He hit Cotuit's first home run today. What's going through your mind right then?
It was it was a great experience. I was looking for a pitch to hit, and I got a good pitch. I was just trying to fight, put it in play with 2 strikes, and was able to hit it. I didn't think it was going to go over, and then when it did, it was just pure excitement and joy.
Great. Anything you think the team's looking to improve on tomorrow when you go to Hyannis?
I think we're just going to play the game, and if we can improve on certain areas, then we will. I don't think anything in specific. I think we just need to come out and play baseball.
Great. Thank you, Nick.
Alrighty, thank you.